Good morning, YouTube. Just getting ready to cook myself some breakfast here. It's a pretty chilly morning. It's probably -3, -5 Celsius. I don't. You'll have to convert that yourself into Fahrenheit for you Americans. But anyways, I just cooked myself some breakfast on this crisp Wednesday, October the 22nd morning. I'll just move my camera back here a little bit. I kind of slept in this morning. I was getting too comfy with my diesel furnace. Some people don't like the sound of the fuel pump clicking. I actually like it. I think it actually soothes me to sleep. Once I get concentrated on that sound, it's just like I'm out. And but I was up 3 or 4 times through the night to use the bathroom because I'm a diabetic. So other than that, I had a pretty peaceful sleep. I'm just gonna eat my breakfast, and then I might pack myself up here, and like I was saying on the other video ahead of this one, I'd like to go down to the river and set up down there, and yeah, looking good and smelling good, and take advantage of the river down there. So I'm not sure yet what I'm doing. I was letting the van run for a bit, charge up some batteries. I have little jackeries that power my furnace and then power my can't even think this morning. I got one jackery powering the furnace. Oh yeah, my fridge. Yeah, so one jackery is to power my fridge and one jackery is to power my furnace. So I don't have any sunlight to charge them up with my solar panels, so let the van run for a little bit, and then that generally helps them a little bit, but not a lot. You'd have to go a pretty long drive to actually charge them up good, but the sun did peek out for a few moments here earlier, but it's getting awful cloudy, so hopefully it's not going to turn into anything like snow or anything. But if it does, then it's just another fun adventure. So I'll tell you, the old van's pretty cozy. It's kind of congested in a way, but at the same time it makes it cozy. So I was really enjoying that heat this morning. I was up early, and I was like, nah, I'll just lie here for a little bit longer, and that turned into a little longer, and then I got up again, went to the bathroom, and I was like, curl up a little bit more with that heat. And 3-4 hours later, it's like probably, I don't know, it's like 10 in the morning right now. So I'm cooking breakfast now, and then who knows, I might relax a little bit again and then go pack up and head down. But I'm not sure. It's nice and calm here. Down at the river is very windy, or at least it was yesterday. I don't see too many trees swinging. I can see the river through the trees here, but I don't see too many trees swinging right now, so might be all right. I'd like to go down there and wake up there tomorrow morning, and but I don't know. I'll see. I'm usually spontaneous. I might end up just taking off too. It's hard to say. Go down the road further and take advantage of the old van while it's running good. I mean, a lot of the times, some of my incidences that I have is my own fault. I do keep it well maintained, so I'm not guilty of messing up there, but I do keep it well maintained. But sometimes when I know there is something going on, I'll be like, I'll get that later. And then when it happens when you don't expect it, and then it's like annoying because it's usually you're not near any house or city or whatever, but whatever. I don't mind. I always try to stay positive on it, but don't get me wrong. Sometimes it can get to me sometimes, but so cook myself some breakfast and see what happens. I'll turn my camera around here. Over there through the trees is where the sunlight's supposed to be. But anyways, so I'll just show you what I got going on here. I got some big chunks of bacon and some sausage, and once they get somewhat cooked up, then I'll throw on some eggs. But I don't know. Nothing wrong with sitting by a fire in the morning. I always loved it. Or standing by it. Either way. Once the snow gets down on the ground and stuff, it's nice to have the fire, of course. I don't know. There is some people that likes to camp around and stuff in the wintertime. I'm one of them. I don't get scared of the snow or the coldness. When I was younger, I used to, when I lived in the Yukon for a while, I would, 40, 50 below weather, I would jump on my skidoo with a bag full of food and blankets and sleeping bags and my little tiny triangle pup tent. It was like a one-man tent years ago. I don't see those anymore. I miss them because I always liked those little tents. But anyways, they were just a little triangle tent, probably about 3-4 feet high by about 6 feet long, and I would go out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains with the skidoo, and I'd build a snow wall around my tent and then put the fire in front of my door, and I would spend a few days at that, wake up to massive snow or just wake up to beautiful sunsets on the mountain tops, and I loved it. My friends and my work companions, at the mine, they thought I was crazy. They're like, one of these times you're gonna go out there and not come back. I was like, well, that's just destiny. I don't. You can't live in total fear. You gotta live. So if it happens, that's sad. But at the same time, it is what it is. I've always loved nature. I've always loved the mountains and the woods and the lakes and the rivers. So, and the wildlife. The wildlife, they can be a little bit aggressive sometimes, but at the same time, they're no different. They fear us just as much as we fear them, but the difference between them is they're usually bigger, and if they get where they feel challenged, they might come and challenge you. But I heard some banging around last night in the trees. It was too dark. I looked out my windows in my van, but something definitely was moving around my vehicle. I tried to, with my food wrappers and all that, I don't put them in a bag and leave them on campsite. I take them to the garbage bin all day long. Breakfast, garbage. Supper, garbage. I don't keep that stuff around my campsite. They can smell it from a long ways away. So cooking is bad enough, especially in the morning, because they're usually prowling around early in the morning and they smell that food. They come check it out. And I had a grouse bird. He come right up got on my picnic table, and when I went to move around in the van to get my camera so I could get a video or at least a picture of him, he was just staring at me anyways. As soon as I jumped up and made a movement, he took off, so I didn't get that chance. And then I seen him again. He was walking around in the trees really close to my site. So I don't know what was getting his attention, but I didn't have any food or anything like that, but I guess he was just being nosy. But he started walking through the trees. So then I grabbed my phone and I did get a picture of him. I'll try to post that. Again, I don't know how to edit. And I'm not. I know some of you will say, well, there's YouTube and you can learn off that or whatever. But at the end of the day, I have a brain problem. Is my problem. Everything I learn right now at this moment, if I try to do something, the next day I've forgotten how to do it. Or if it gets to be like 3-5 days down the road, I definitely don't remember nothing. So game controllers and stuff I have difficulties with now, like with my son. I used to play car games with him, and I'd beat him all the time. And now he shows me what each button does, and I'll be able to do some stuff that morning or that day with him, and a few days later I'll pick up the controller and I can't remember what the buttons are for, and I never did get to the bottom of that. But I do know some of the things in my life that's caused that. I've had my head smashed around pretty brutally over the years, from car accidents and dirt bikes and work related accidents, all that kind of stuff. And when I was young, teenager, I used to mess around with some of the friendly drugs, but some of the non-friendly drugs too. And I thankfully survived that era of my life, because you think you're being cool and stuff when you're young, but when you grow up and look back at it, you say to yourself, wow, I really put myself in some seriously dangerous predicaments. But I'm still here, still pushing forward. But I'm going to cut this video off, so please like, share, and subscribe. And again, I'll post another video when all these videos won't be posted for I'm not sure how long, because I got to wait till I get back to cell phone service area before I can download anything. So I'm just going to make some daily videos, and then I'll, as soon as I get to cell phone service, I'll try to post them up. So, like I said earlier, it's October 22nd today. So when you see it is when you see it, and that's how long it took me to get to a cell phone service. All right, take care for now. I gotta keep an eye on my breakfast here before I burn one side of it. So enjoy life. Get out there and adventure, people. If you ain't got a van, grab a SUV if you can, or even your car. There's different ways of getting heat. I'm not comfortable with the people that use those little buddy heaters and all that. I don't like trapping fumes in my vehicle. Diesel furnaces, it can be a little bit fumey sometimes on cold starts, but it clears off right away. But I don't know, those little propane heaters, those things freak me out. So, but if you do use that stuff, please crack your window a smidgen. Make sure you got air circulation. Don't seal up your vehicle trying to hold on to heat, because that's what extra blankets are for, Heaters to take the chill off, but blankets and sleeping bags or whatever is your best friend. So get out and adventure, people, because the way the world's going these days, especially here in Canada, they're doing everything in their power to try to take it away from us. They keep coming up with new rules over and over again. Every year is just more and more new rules. And now they're charging us to be out in public land, which blows my mind. I understand some of their excuses, and some people can be messy or whatever. Yeah, that's true, but it's all just a cash grab for the government. Anything they can charge you for, that's what they do. So get out and adventure every bit you can, because I'll tell you, they're trying their hardest to take it all away from us. And I tell you, there's no world without these kind of adventures. Living life, working every day, all day long, to be stressed out about bills, to be stressed out about house mortgages and all this other stuff. And I mean, if that's one of your dreams, I'm not knocking anybody for their dreams, but I don't live for that kind of stress anymore. I don't have a house. I don't plan on having a house. I'm gonna do this for as long as I can. And between my son or whatever, I just want to live life to the fullest while I can, because the whole world is cracking up these days and doing some pretty crazy things. And every day people are sitting around stressed out about whether we're going to break out into a war, or we're being poisoned, or we're this and that. And it gets to me. If I have too much TV time, that stuff will stress you out, and stress you out really hard. Like, I went through a little session there of massive depression when I was first going downhill in health and stuff like that, and it took a massive toll on me. I was just ready to give up everything, but I just finally said, no, I have a son and I have life and I have adventures that I got to still do, and that's why I'm plugging forward. I refuse to let these world leaders drag me down. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. So, like I said earlier, take care, people. We'll see you soon, or we'll see you in the morning. Peace out.